YouTube fam, what up, guys? Happy Friday. It's Friday in Vietnam, but I know it's Thursday in the US. So I know there's a little time difference, so it's been tough, trying to obviously, provide content that is extremely valuable for you, right? I want to enjoy my vacation / business trip. But I also want to make sure that I keep you guys up to date of what's going on. Obviously want to stay connected with each and every single one of you, and obviously want to help you as much as I possibly can. So I know you've been seeing a lot of my short video, but not like the long form content. So I want to take some time, and we're going to go on here and do a little Q&A. And I know currently right now in Seattle, it is about 6 p.m. for Pacific Standard, so some of you, if you're on the East Coast, you're probably like 1 a.m. So currently right now, Lon and I are in Vietnam. We're going to be here until December 20th or something like that, and then we fly back. But I do want to let you know that my wholesaling business is still operating. We just locked it proper in the contract. My VA does all the work. They filter, qualify the lead. They do everything. I also want to share with you how you too can do the same thing, how you too can virtually wholesale from anywhere. So that way you don't have to feel like you're being trapped, like you have to be home to actually make money. Like you can literally travel and still make money at the same time. So I'm going to share with you exactly how I do it. And then hopefully this video will add some value to you. And if it does, boom, smash that thumbs up, drop in any kind of question that you got. So we just locked up a prop and a contract. I don't know what's going on with the deal, right? But my VA, she locked it up on the contract. That's I think that was yesterday. That's when Bitcoin hits like over $100,000 as well. So it's like a back-to-back good news. But we're potentially going to make, I would say, around $30,000 to $35,000 on that one deal. And I know for some of you, even doing one deal like this a month will change your life. So listen up. So there's a software that I use called kingdata.ai, which means that you can literally be anywhere in the world. And if you have access to the internet, to a laptop, to a phone, you, my friend, can wholesale from anywhere. All right. If you're looking to get some extra income, this is something you can do part-time. You want to build a virtual wholesaling business like mine, you can too. Okay. So there's a software I use called kingdata.ai, which means you literally can go here and you can we go there and you just go there and you pull a list of distressed property, pre-foreclosure, tax delinquents, people who are, people who upside down on their property. There's over 18 different motivated seller leads that you can target. So we simply go there and we pull a list of everyone that's in, pre-foreclosure, vacant, tire landlord, probate, people who are upside down on their property. And then all we do is we skip trace using the exact same software. And then my VA just pound the phone, calling these homeowner up and make them a lowball cash offer. And, you understand that, if you're wholesaling, we're not going to buy the property. We're not going to fix the property up. So you don't have to come out of pocket with hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy the property. So the amount of risk that required to wholesale is not that much. And that's what I love about wholesaling. If you want to scale it up to like 6-figure a month like mine, it doesn't require you to buy, 10 to 20 property coming out of pocket with hundreds or millions of dollars, depending on what city, what state you're in. We can lock 10 property in a contract. The most it's going to cost me is $1,000. And that's the risk. That's the only amount of risk that you can take. And all you need is one deal to close. The average wholesale deal is 20 to 25K. Then once I got the property in a contract, I use the same software to find my buyer and then to sell the deal. Okay. But it's wholesaling is just a very simple 3-step. Find a motivated seller, negotiate with them, make offer, put it on a contract, and then find the buyer and then sell the piece of paper. Okay. And typically you want to lock up for as long as possible. For me, 30 to 60 days is the typical average where that's how much that's how long we lock the property under contract for. Okay. Johnny said, what should my hook be for my SMS? Johnny, this is a great question. And for those of you, if you want to watch like a more in-depth training video, how to use the software, I'll leave the link in the descriptions where I will show you exactly how to use the software to leverage to build your virtual wholesaling business. Like I literally give you all the information away. Okay, so I'll leave the link in the descriptions after the live stream. Okay, but Johnny, for the hook, for the SMS or for cold, dude, it's very simple, Johnny. So don't overthink. So we do a text blast and we just say, hey, my name is Johnny. Let's just say, hey, my name is Johnny, right? I'm interested in making you a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer on your property. You don't even need to put the property address. Okay, you just want to trigger. You want that thing to trigger them to be like, okay, what's going on here, right? If you're interested in getting a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer, text me back or give me a call to this number. Bam. So the key is to get them to respond to your message. So you don't want a big, long introduction. You don't want to waste the time. You want it to be short, sweet, and straight to the point. Hey, my name is Johnny. I'm a local investor, or I work with a group of investors. We're interested in making you a free, no risk, no obligation cash on your property. No realtor commission, no closing costs. We buy as is. So you want them to you want them to read and be like, oh shit, okay, maybe this is something I'm interested in. Bam, call me or text me back. Okay. I hope that helped, Johnny. If it doesn't, dude, comment and let me know, man. I try to do everything that I can. Like my mission is to help you guys escape the J O, the B, become financially free by building your own virtual wholesaling business. And everyone that's watching this, like who here would be like, hey, Colin, if I can make like $25,000 a month, not even $100,000 a month, if I can just make $25,000 a month, man, and I have my own virtual business, I can travel like you, all right? I can work wherever, dude. I'm good. Comment in the chat and let me know. So Kev said, I try everything, but still I can't find a deal to close. So Kev, let me ask you this, man. A lot of time people say, Colin, I've tried everything. But let me tell you something. Sometimes you're doing the wrong thing. And when you do the wrong thing and you're doing the same thing and the wrong thing and you're trying to get a different results, ain't going to happen. So Kev, let me ask you a question. And you know what, Kev? Let me help you, dude. So here's what I'm going to do, dude. I'm going to post a link in here, dude. I love for you to jump on live. So all you need to do is, Kev, hit that link, turn on your camera, dude. Let me give you a one-on-one coaching right now, baby. Because a lot of times, dude, I ask people, what have you done? They're like, well, I've talked to 10 people. Everybody say no. Well, first of all, do you have your target market? Right? Do you know where you're going to wholesale? Okay. How big is the population? What does the price range look like, right, in your market? What lists are you pulling? How many people do you talk to a day? How many text messages do you send out a day? How many people do you call a day? Okay. How long have you been doing it? How consistent are you? How good are you on the phone? Like, dude, there's so many things. That's why, a lot of people, when they try it on their own, it's hard for them to get their first deal. And that's why they need a little coaching, a little mentorship, or they want to be a part of a community of like-minded people so they can exchange ideas, ask questions like this, and get help and get guidance. And now for those of you, if that's what you're looking for, you'll be like, hey, Khang, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Go to coachwithkhang.com. I love to help you a part of my wholesale community. Okay. Where we literally give you a game plan and we'll tell you exactly what you need to do. And obviously you get to a network and mastermind with other students that I got. So let me show you a picture here really quick. And I share this. I share this is to hopefully inspire and motivate you. Okay. But one of my students recently, he was just like Kevin. Maybe some of you be like, hey, Khang, I've tried this, dude, and I still can't close my first deal. And literally he joined the academy. 3 months later, he closed his first deal for $83,000. That's Perry. I'll show you another picture here really quick here. Hold on a second. Christian just closed his first deal for $40,000. I'm trying to find a picture really quick here. Dude, I've got so many pictures on my phone. It's unbelievable. So while I do that, let me try to see here. Christian said, what is up with your Instagram? Dude, you won't believe what happened with my Instagram. And I talk about this all the time too, but Instagram basically trying to silence me. They banned me because if I post something, I basically said, hey, I got 2 hustler who just signed up for my one-on-one coaching. But I just said, hey, who just signed up for my one-on-one. You know, I'm on the phone with them. Or like I said, I'm going to meet with them, talk about their game plan of their business and help them crush 2025. And they said that I'm trying to start a Diddy party. So they banned me for sexual. I'll show you the post. But this is Christian. All right. If you can see that. So typically all my students who close their first deal, I'll send them a trophy like this. Look at that. First deal, dude. 40 G's. Changed his life. It's not just Christian, but we got many other students. Okay. But I know a lot of you wondering about my Instagram. I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. I usually don't talk about, you know, like, I mean, my whole channel is all about motivation, inspirations, real estates, right? Mindset, right? And just keeping it real. And I think sometimes I just keep it too real because a lot of my stuff that I call people, hey, you either get rich or be a little, right? Which means you do either be the boss or you work for a boss. That's it, you know, those are the two choices in life. And here it is. I don't even know if YouTube allowed this, but as you can see, let me put it closer to the camera. Read that. Dude, it looks like you help encourage sexual activities. Come on, man. Shh, bro. I don't think I have that power yet. But let's go next. Oh, Sebastian said, oh, this is a really, really good one. So Sebastian said, Khang, where do you get your boots on the ground? Sebastian, let me help you with this question. And this is something that I share with my students a while back. So there's a company that I actually work with. Okay. And this is the kind of stuff that you get early access if you're, you know, obviously a student. But there's a company I work with. I'll leave the link in the description as well. But imagine if you don't have to go out there and build a team on the ground. Imagine if there was a real estate that are like Uber, which means if you want to get picture taken, if you want to get inspection, if you want to get someone out there to facilitate the show and to show the property between the seller and the buyer for you, what if you can just pay for the service and it doesn't matter what city, what states you're in, there'll be someone out there that will do it for you. Man, when I discovered this, dude, it changed the game for virtual. This is like almost like, I think this is the missing piece for the last part when you decide to virtually wholesale. So you don't have to depend on building a team on the ground. You already got a team that's all ready to go. So I'll leave the link to them in the description after the live is done for those of you who wants to go check it out. But imagine if you want to put a lockbox and you'll be like, oh my God, the property is like in another state. I don't know anyone there. I don't have anybody there. What if it's just like Uber where you can go in there and book and then bam, someone show up and put a lockbox on for you. Someone will go out there and take a picture for you. Someone will go out there and facilitate the showing for you. Someone will go out there and get the seller to like a notary or sign the contract, whatever, on behalf of your company. Will that help? Dude, absolutely, man. Let me see here. What's the best to start with in a small town, virtual or local? To be honest, I always suggest people to start with your local market. I think because you know your local market better than any other market. You're trying to go virtual when you haven't even gone local, right? So I think starting local is better. And then once you get the hang of wholesaling, and then you can start branching out and jump into different city, different states, etc. But I think local is the best to start. That's where I start. So that's where I recommend you guys to start. Okay. But once again, even if you do it local, you don't have to go out there and meet the seller or see the property or meet up with the seller. Everything can just be locked up and closed over the phone, right? So even if we close a deal in my city that's 15 minutes away from me, I don't go meet the seller or see the property. We lock it up on a contract and then we send the buyer out there. They do their thing. We close it completely virtual. Mr. K said, how do you learn all this? I had a mentor. So I started my real estate career about 12 years ago. I pay more than any one of you could have paid for the mentorship to get the knowledge. Like I pay more than all of my, like you guys think like the coaching program, my mentorship is expensive. Dude, I pay over 6 figure for my mentor, but he taught me how to make 6 figure a month and I pay him once. So some people said that it's expensive. For me, That is the cost of the knowledge that I need, the help, the guidance that I need to get me from where I am to where I want it to be, because I couldn't do it alone. You know, some people can just watch a YouTube video or get a course and they'll be like, boom, Khang, I got this. But some people just need a little bit more, and that was me. Right? So depend. Some are faster learners, some are slower learners. So I have a lot of you ask me, so Khang, how fast is it to start and then get a deal? I have a student that done a deal and make his first deal in 30 days. I have other students who took him 9 months, but he closed his first deal and made $288,000. One deal. Took him 9 months. He couldn't even make that in 3 years. Okay? So I always say, hey, it's not a race, it's a marathon. Focus on your own journey and just focus on your own thing, man. Ryan said, what do you do if the buyer exposed that you're wholesaling their property when they go out to see the seller? Ryan, great question, man. So there are some buyers that's a jerk, right? That's why it's important to have foot on the ground, which is having someone there to facilitate the showing. And the thing is, Ryan, I always prep my buyer up, man. So when I talk to my buyer, I said, hey, listen, I want to keep this professional. I don't want this to be a one-time deal. Okay. I want us to build a good relationship and do this for long term. So I tell them, I'd be like, hey, listen, please keep it professional. I'm going to have my buddy, right? I'm going to have one of my team members, Ryan's going to be there. He's going to help facilitate the showing. You go through the property, do whatever you need to do, right? Please, you can ask the seller whatever, but if it comes to price, please, that's something you discuss with us. And then be like, hey, after that, I need to get an answer from you if this is a go or a no-go. And I'll ask my buyers, that's something you can do. Right? So, and that's why it's important to have someone there, man, to control the situation. I only send my buyer to a property without someone there only if I've done business with them before and that I can trust them. And trust is not supposed to be given, it's supposed to be earned. So the buyer needs to earn their trust with me first. But there's some buyers out there will be like, hey, once they leave, I'm going to come back. I'm going to talk to the seller. So what? You can't not let that hold you back from getting it done. I know some of you would be like, oh man, I'm worried. They haven't even got a property in a contract. And they're worried about, well, what if the buyer, dude, you're thinking too far ahead when you haven't even done step one. Yes, there will be buyer out there that will do that. And if you're going to let that preventing you from doing a deal, then dude, then this is not a game for you then. Let them do it. The seller calls you back and listen, they call you back and say, hey, I just got a guy come back and said that, hey, you're going to wholesale the property. I'm just going to tell them, hey, I'm going to be like, hey, yeah, he's actually one of our investors that we work with. In this case, we're planning to obviously assign him the deal, right? Assign him this property. He wants to he wants to come in and purchase this property. So we're going to assign to him because we have, other opportunities that's coming up, right? That we want to take our cash and move it over there. So if he doesn't, then we're going to move forward to buy your property, right? But we see that there's an opportunity. He wants to come in. He wants to do this. And that's what we're willing to do for him. So that's what I would say. I would reposition it so the seller know, hey, this is something that we do all the time. And I would tell the seller, let's just say, Ryan, you're the seller. I'll be like, well, Ryan, I understand we agreed to the price and we agreed to the closing date. My part, as far as our company, we know that we're going to get it done. And we're going to follow through with whatever we agree with you upon. Like, do you worry who's going to buy it? I mean, you're going to get the exact amount of funds that we agreed upon. It's going to close on the exact date that we talk about. So it doesn't matter who buy your property. Most sellers will be like, no, I don't really care. For us, let's just say Ryan is the seller. For us, the most important thing with us, our company, so we want to make sure that this is done right and done correctly, right? So whether we're buying it or one of our partners is going to move forward to buying it, but we can promise that you'll get the amount of money we talk about and agreed upon, and this is going to be close and it's going to be a smooth transaction, right? So I come in, I give them peace of mind, and I lock them in, man. Once again, any other question you guys want, just drop in the chat and let's rock and roll, baby. Anything I can add value to you today, you know, I'm an open book. Let's just say that. Please leave the link for the Boots on the Ground company. G, I absolutely will, man. And once again, some of you always worry about what other people are making. So I'm just going to be straight up. So basically, I am an affiliate with them. I don't affiliate with every company. I only affiliate with people who I use. I like them. And that'll be like, hey, this is a good company. This is a company that can add value. So which means if you guys sign up under my affiliate link, you get what you came for, and I am also going to get paid for it as well. So I get a little piece of the pie. And if you worry about me getting paid, you know, then hey, don't. I'm fine with that. So I just want to be upfront, because I know some of you be like, oh man, he's making commission. So I'm cool. Kevin, what up, man?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hold on a second, Kevin. Let me Kevin, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
What up, playa?
How are you?
Good, man. Hey, so where you based out of?
I'm in New Jersey.
New Jersey, yay, dude. I got a buddy in New Jersey, man. Dude, the guy's a stone cold killer, man. He does a lot of deal there. But what can I help you with, Kevin?
Yeah, you know, I've been trying to wholesale for the past, let's say, 6 months. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, sure. And you know, I had a couple deals, multiple deals, let's say around 10 deals. But every time I find the deals and I go out and, you know, I get some buyers to go see it, you know, the numbers don't make sense. I don't know if I'm finding the wrong deals and it's just a waste of time. And you know, and I'm not willing to quit because, you know, I want to quit my 9 to 5, but
love it.
Yeah, I'm having trouble like finding these deals. And when I do find them, the numbers are terrible. You know, no cash buyer is going to invest in, you know.
I got you, bro. Okay, Kevin, dude, I'm so glad that you're on here, man. And let me help you out, dude. And I'm going to get you straightened out. I'm going to get you figured out. And then after this, bro, I look forward to seeing you closing your first deal, okay?
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
And dude, first off, Kevin, I want to say that you should be proud of yourself, bro, that you haven't given up. Most people, dude, couldn't even last, I would say, within a month or two. So you're still here, which means, dude, you're a winner. Winner never quits, dude, and quitter never wins. So, Kevin, let's talk about your most recent deal. I'm trying to get a pen and paper really quick here, man. Shit. Kevin, let's talk about your most recent deal, because I need to figure out, dude. What I'm trying to figure out is that, are you getting under contract at the wrong price, or what's going on? Okay. So let's talk about your most recent deal, dude. Let's talk about the number really quick. So yes. Out of all your 10 deals, dude, let's pick the most recent one. And I want to know from you is, what did you got under contract for?
Okay, my recent deal, I got it for 300. No, let me see. No, the guy.
So hold on. For those of you who's watching, if you felt like this is a lot of value, you'd be like, Khang, dude, this is so good. Continue to do this. Then be sure to drop me a comment and then smash that thumbs up so I know that this is about like valuable session. Okay. So go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, so I got it under for 515.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. So you got under contract, okay, for 515.
Yes.
Okay. Now hold on. Now I need to know from you. What's the ARV?
The ARV was 850.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, ARV is 850, and what is the rehab?
The rehab was about 50 to 60K.
Okay, so let's just say 60K. And what did you market it at? How much did you market out to the buyer for?
For 600.
Okay, you mark it out for 600,000. Okay, so how long do you lock it out? How long do you lock it under contract for?
You mean I had it for about 2 months? Yeah, okay. 2 months and no. Okay, so the guy he did repairs to it, so he had a proof of contract that 60K was left to finish the whole process, and it was one single family that he turned it into a triplex. So I don't.
Okay, hold on, Kevin. Okay, Kevin. So I don't need to know all that details. So what I need to know from you is, you sent it out for 600,000. And you've been trying to sell it for 2 months. did you got any buyer, any interest, any buyer that said, hey, okay?
Yes, I had 2 people that actually want to go see it. They were interested, but when I told them 600, they were like, no way. And also the owner of the house, he was like, you know, because he was a very nice guy, and I was honest with him. I told him from the jump, I told him, hey, look, you know, I can find you a buyer, you know, and if you're okay with that.
Okay,
and
hold on. So the seller understand that you are going to find someone else to buy the property.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Hold on. And then you basically market it out, and you got 2 buyers, potential buyers that was interested in the property. Well, when you told them the price, they were not interested, correct?
Right.
So, which means they never gone out to look at the property, right?
No, yes, they actually did. Both of them, they weren't. And when they ran their numbers, they said no way. They wanted it for 400. The other guy, he wanted it for 350.
So okay, so 400K was your highest offer from a buyer.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you went back and renegotiate with the seller?
Yes, and he was like, "There's no way." You know, he was going to, you know, shoot for 400. He said, "Might as well." He was going to keep it and, you know, finish the rest that was remaining to repair. And yeah.
Okay. So hold on a second. So so now I want to know from you is, did the buyer give you any feedback as far as saying, hey, was your rehab correct? Was your ARV correct?
Yes. Yeah, they gave me my feedback, and they said that my number. Yeah, they told me that no homes were selling for that price. Your number was off? Yeah, that it was way off, and so you know, I met. Yeah.
Okay, so hold on, Kevin. So both of them tells you that the ARV was wrong, and the rehab was wrong.
No, not the rehab. The rehab, no. They told me the rehab was correct.
Okay.
It was from 50 to 60K.
Okay, but
top.
Hold on a second, dude. Hold on. So what did they tell you that they would think the property sell for?
For 700, 650, 700 the most.
Okay. So so basically your ARV is off because you got 2 buyers that comes back with the same ARV.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
So both of those buyers tells you that the ARV is actually between 650 to 700,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So you basically locked out on a contract for too high. And you went back, which is fine, dude. I mean, it happens all the time. So you went back, you renegotiate with the seller, and the seller just won't budge on the price, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So Kevin, here's the next move that I would do. For those of you who watch this and you have a property in a contract, and maybe you have a tough time selling your deal and you need some help, dude, send it over to my team and they will help you find a buyer. So we're going to JV the deal together. And dude, we know how to find retail buyers. So just email it over to jvdeals@wtmfam.com. Now, if you want to sell your own deal, I'm also going to show you how to do it. So whichever way that you want to do it, like, I don't really care. So the thing here is, Kevin, is that you got under contract for the wrong price and you got buyer, which is great. And they went out and they give you the highest offer. You go back and you're trying to renegotiate with the seller. It doesn't work. The next thing that I would do, Kevin, if it comes to this kind of situation, is you were transparent with the seller. So it seems like the seller's motivated. He's okay with it. The next thing that I would do, Kevin, is I would call the seller back and I'll be like, hey, here's what's going on. I know you wanted $515 for the property. So you're telling me that the seller just won't budge at all, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I tried so many times.
Okay, hold on, Kevin. So I would go back and be like, hey, so let's just say, Kevin, if you're the seller, I would call you back. I would say, hey, Kevin, listen, I know you want the $515. The only way, Kevin, and every single one of you who watched this, if you were a seller and if I pitch you this, would you agree? And be honest with me, comment in chat. So Kevin, I would come back and I would pitch you something like this. Because you are transparent with the seller that you're going to try to find a buyer. I'll be like, hey, Kevin, we have done our best, and we have spent a lot of money trying to market it to our investors. And I can tell you right now, is no one is willing to pay that high because the property don't worth that much after they fix it. The only way, Kevin, that I can get you the 515 is if we do this. And if you agree to doing this, I think I can get this done for you. Are you open to this, Kevin?
Yes.
Okay, see that? So now what I'm doing is I'm going to hook you into this new thing called, so here's what I'm going to do, Kevin. Because we can't get it done for you that way, what I'm going to do is me and my team, or me and my partner or my company will pay for all the closing costs. We'll take care of all the realtor commissions. We'll still sell this property in an as-is condition. So if there's any repair that comes up, we will be responsible for it. But what I'm asking from you, Kevin, is that would you be okay if we actually list this property on the market? But don't worry. Once again, I just want to be sure there's nothing coming out of your pocket. We'll pay for all the realtor commission. We'll pay for all the closing costs. And if there's any issue that comes up with the buyer and they want any kind of repair done, we will be the one that's going to do all the repair. So are you okay with if we were to list this property on the market, but we'll pay for all the fees and all the costs? It's the only way, Kevin, that we can get you that 515 if you're open to doing that.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's see what it's about.
See that, dude? So this, Kevin, is called novation. And novation, dude, this is what we teach our students to do as well. But novation it's a different types of contract, but it's going to allow you to actually list the property on the market without a realtor license. And now you're going to attract more of a retail buyer. And we just did, my VA, Angeline, just did this on one of a JV deal with another wholesaler. And he was in the exact same position as you were. He couldn't find a buyer. We tried to market out. We couldn't find it. And we ended up having to do novation. And we end up selling the deal. And I think we each make like $10,000.
Wow.
So he would have walked away with nothing, but now he ended up walking away with 10,000 and we got 10,000. But Kevin, that's what I would suggest you do. If the number doesn't work, then you got to pitch them the novation way to do it. Okay.
Yeah. Quick question. Yeah, because I tried, watching. I'm really thankful, first of all, for you helping me tonight and telling me all these things. Bro. Thank you so much. I see all your videos. You help me a lot. And I haven't even signed up with you, so I could just imagine. So, but I tried telling him the same thing, and he was like, no, that he didn't want to go on market. He wanted it to be off market, and I'm stuck there. It came to the point where I was thinking maybe I should just, let this one go.
Yeah. Hey, dude, listen, a lot of times, Kevin, I mean, if you have tried everything you can and you just can't sell it, I mean, the next thing is, dude, I mean, I don't mind trying it. So if you still have it on a contract, or if he's willing to give you more time, send it over to my VA, dude. I mean, dude, my Angeline, she's so good at finding buyers. I don't care what city, what state you're in, man. And I mean, we can try it. And it doesn't work, dude, then just let it go. Like, I wouldn't dwell on it. Like, I mean, I wouldn't just keep hanging on it when it's not a deal, okay? But before you let it go, I would have tried every way that I can. And then after that, dude, just let it go. If it doesn't work, and then don't throw that lead away, but I would keep it in my follow-up system.
Yeah.
Make sense? Okay, Kevin. Yeah. So I'll let you go, bro. But I just popped the email there already, Kevin. For those of you who have a deal where you're having a tough time unload, you can email it over there. Okay? To that jvdeals@wtmfam.com. My VA will reach out to you and will help you hopefully get that deal sold. What other question you guys got, man? Christian said I missed your question. Oh, okay. Okay, Christian, let me help you, bro. After getting my first deal, my first closed deal, how do tax and end up working with when time is file comes around? I've always been hesitant to start just because I have no knowledge on the tax part of it. So, Christian, dude, so typically, dude, it's just being taxed just like any other income, right? it depends on how much you make, you'll be put in different tax bracket. But if I were you, dude, I would put away 25 to 30% of the deal that's going to go toward your tax. Now, I'm not a CPA. I'm not giving you any kind of legal advice. Please check with your accounting or your CPA. But you shouldn't be worried about it, dude. Right? So just stack away 20 to 25% to make sure that you can get Uncle Sam happy, okay? And dude, it just all the taxes being done just like normal, right? But now, you know, if you put on your personal name, you're right, it's different if it's under an LLC, if it's a business. But it's simple, it's not complicated, Christian. Any tax accounting can help you do it, bro. So don't let that scare you. Okay, don't let that scare you from continuing to make money, man. You get your first deal closed, set 20-30% aside for Uncle Sam, and make sure once you get to the point where you're making $300,000 to $400,000, $500,000 a year from wholesaling, make sure you get a good CPA. Pay them a little bit more. Don't go to like Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax. That's what I used to do, dude, because I didn't want to pay someone thousands. So, okay, for example, I currently pay my tax person $15,000 a year to do my taxes. But you know how much they save me? They save me hundreds of thousands of dollars because of all the legal tax loophole and things like that they can, write off on my business. I still pay a boatload of money, but I have reduced it by a lot. So if you start making money, dude, spend a little bit of money on a good CPA, and they will end up saving you more money than the tax, than going to Jackson Hewitt, a few $100, but it end up costing you more. But I didn't know that. And I think this all comes down to his mindset as well, because I was being cheap. I didn't want to spend the money, but it ended up costing me money. Just like some of you right now. You're sitting here and you've been trying it yourself. You try, and months and months and months goes by, and you haven't closed a deal, but you don't want to pay for a mentorship or a course or coaching or a mastermind or going to an event. You just want to keep on trying. Makes sense? Because you don't want to pay. But because of that mindset, it holds you back from making the big boy money. Does that make sense? So for me, I didn't want to pay someone $5,000 to do my tax when I started. When I said I could have just gone to Jackson Hewitt and pay him $250, but they're costing me $100,000 because I pay more. So I thought I was saving 4 G's, but it ended up costing me $100,000. Does that make sense? So I hope that makes sense. Okay. So the thing is, as you're trying to grow, my friend, your mindset needs to be, you need to think more about, like the mindset, dude, needs to be correct as well. So I like to say, don't step over dollars for pennies, which means don't be like, man, I don't want to pay that because I want to save this. But by saving this, you're losing out on this. Make sense? Good. Jose, dude, I'm so happy that 32 of you that are here. I know it's late where you're at. It is currently 1 p.m. in the afternoon in Vietnam. Lon is at Lavender, which is she's getting her beauty treatment. I met up with my mom. I took her for coffee. We did our thing already, and I just want to come up here and obviously provide some value to you. Khang, I got your course, and I saw that you did a wholesale deal in Yakima, Washington. How did you wholesale it for? How much did you wholesale it for? To get an idea of how much I would wholesale a house in a Tri-City. So, Jose, first of all, dude, I want to say congrats. Congrats for taking the leap of faith. Congrats for investing in yourself. Most people don't. Most people, they would go out there and buy the design and clothes, but they wouldn't invest in a course or whatever. So I want to say congrats, man. So for Yakima, your average wholesale deal is going to be between 20 to 25,000. So if you get a prop in a contract, dude, you're likely going to make between 20 to 25K. Okay. Now, for those of you who's watching this, and because of my Instagram got banned, I know some of you probably missed out on the opportunity. And the opportunity is I only do it once a year. Okay, where I gave a 50% off to everyone who felt like they need the course. And I literally give you a step-by-step guide on everything. Justice said, hey, I just invested myself and got a complete course in the Black Friday 50% off sale. So for those of you, I'm going to give you the last opportunity. So if you want it, all you need to do is I'll put a link here, but I'll make sure that after this, I'll tell my assistant to make the code accessible again. All you need to do is go to, hold on a second. Let me get you the site and the code here really quick here. Now, once again, it's not for everybody. It's for those of you who say, hey, Khang, I need the course. I need the guidance. I need it. I need the step-by-step process. Go to WTMFam.com. And at the time that you check out, so you got to go through the process, you check out, and then at the bottom, it'll ask you for a promo code. So just put in promo code, just put in this. Just put in Black Friday 2024. And then receive that 50% off. And I'll make sure that that code is valid for the next 24 hours. For those of you who obviously want to take advantage of this, and for those of you who watch this after, I apologize if you missed the opportunity, okay? S said, please answer. I'm being offered a job to learn this position at a wholesale company. They're offering me a base pay plus commission. What would you say is a good percentage to make as a dispo agent? This is a good question. And let me tell you why this is a good question. Because this comes down to his mindset, okay? So I tell people all the time, dude, what you want is, do you plan to work there forever? Probably not. So what you need is you need the skills and the experience. So whether you get paid 10% or 50%, you don't really, what I'm trying to say here is don't step over dollars for pennies. If they pay you, you're happy with it, you're good because you're only there temporary. Because you're trying to suck the knowledge and the experience, because you'd be like, dude, I'm not going to work here forever. I just need to learn the game, and then I'm going to take off on my own. Then would it matter if you get paid $50,000 a year? No, it doesn't, because you're not going to work there for long. But you need the experience. You need the knowledge. So you're getting paid and getting trained at the same time. So I look at it as a win-win. I don't look at it like, dude, I want to squeeze as much as I can. My goal is to be there temporary, to soak and get as much information, to get all the resource, to get all the connection. And I'm done, baby. Once I know everything I needed, I bounce. Make sense? So don't get caught up on wanting to squeeze everything out of that versus trying to learn everything you can. Okay? And dude, I'm telling you guys right now, man, the mindset is what's separating between the winner and the loser. Okay, so if that was me, I go in and be like, hey, this is where I'm at. You guys pay me. Boom, I'm fine, right? And I'll be like, dude, and you want to be the killer. Like you want to freaking be the best and make that company the most amount of money. Let me tell you why. Because when you stand out from the crowd, when you become the superstar, I can almost guarantee you that it will open up so much other opportunity for you. Because if you're just an average closer, they'll be like, dude, you're just like the rest. The owner don't pay attention to you. They're not going to bring you to their network. They're not going to bring you to an event. They're not going to show you off to somebody else. Dude, but when you're a killer, they'll be like, how can I keep this cat with me? I'm going to pay him more. Dude, I'm going to show him. I'm going to take him under my wings. That's what you want, my friend. That's what you want. Makes sense? See, it's really separates between the average. Average people just want to go there, clock in, clock out. They just want to make the minimum. They just want to blend in. They want to be average. You don't want to be average, dude. You'll be like, hey, I just closed 5 deals this month. I want to know from you is how can we close 10 deals? How can I close 10 deals? How can I get to the next level? I want more. Let's do more. Most people will go to a job and be like, yeah, I'm going to do my 8 hours, and that's it. They just want to barely get by. They just want to clock in, clock out, making it. And that's why they're just average. They're just blending in. But if you want to stand out from the crowd and you want to be at the top of the game, bro, you be like, hey, you get your shit done. You go to the CEO. You go to the owner. You be like, hey, what else can I do for you? What else can I do for the company? I already finished what you assigned me. What else can I do? Dude, I'm telling you, dude, that's what really separates between the winners and the loser. You will never go broke again, my friend. Dude. See, let me give you an example. So so Lana and I have an assistant. Okay, she worked with me. Dude, she worked with us since she was like 16. We bring her to a mastermind. We pay $30,000 to be a part of that mastermind. We pay for a trip. We pay for everything. We get her exposed to all of these multi-millionaires where she can sit down, ask them questions, do whatever it is, right? And gets to hang out with these people. But let me share with you the mistake that she made, that she no longer now go with us. She still work for us. We still love her. She's a hard worker, but let me share with you. And this is why I'm telling you, stepping over dollars for pennies. And it's the mindset. Okay, so Corin said the promo code is Black Friday 2024. So at checkout, you got to go through the checkout. And at the checkout, just use promo code Black Friday 2024. And then you get that 50% off. Once again, it's good for 24 hours. So she came to Lon and she like, hey, I want to stay at the nicest hotel. Hey, right? She wants to stay at the nicest hotel. When we hang out, she's focused about eating. She's focused about drinking. She basically said, hey, I want to spend just like you. So Lon takes her to all these shopping spree, like Lon does. And she wants to spend as much money as Lon does. She starts asking for way more stuff. Where Lon's like, hey, I can't be doing this anymore. So she wasn't focused on networking with people and soaking in the knowledge. And Lon and I gave her everything. She wants to wholesale. We show her exactly, like we actually tell her what to do. She don't want to learn. She focused on the wrong thing, my friend. Like if that was Lon and I, you know what we would have been done? We'd be like, dude, I don't care if I sleep in the bathroom. I don't need to eat. The time that I'm eating with you, I'm networking. Like, do you guys understand? And that's what separates between, employee and entrepreneur, mindset-wise. A true hustler, dude, they don't care. I don't need to stay at a nice restaurant. I don't need to stay at a nice hotel, Lon. I don't care if I sleep in your suitcase. Dude, she gets around with all these self-made millionaires where she can literally pick their brain, ask them, dude, we're there for like 7 days. 24, dude. And we don't hold back. We're like, dude, go. Hey, Angie, we tell her, hey, go. If you want to go do this, whoever you want to meet, we'll make the introduction for you. But she didn't ask us any of that. All she cares about what she's eating, where we're going, what hotel we're staying at. Like she wants the luxury life. I hope. So here's the question. It's the only way to get more deals is to get more offer. Correct, to make more offer. You also need to be building a cash buyer list and finding deals matching their criteria. Don't get me wrong. A deal is a deal if your numbers, yes, correct. So a lot of you is that you don't have enough leads coming into your pipeline. And it also comes down to is how good are you on the phone as well. If you're not good, you might have to talk to 1,000 people to get one deal. But imagine if you're so good on the phone, you're so smooth because you're not an amateur. Like you know how to overcome all the objection and you can close them, which means, now you're a closer. So which means you don't need to talk to 1,000 people. For some of you, dude, you only need to talk to 100 people. So your conversion rate is a lot higher. That's why people ask me, so Khang, how quickly can I get a deal done? Well, how good are you on the phone? What lead are you pulling? Who are you targeting? Right? There's a lot of things that comes with it. Like like before when I start, dude, I have to talk to a lot of people. But now when I get, dude, 100 people I talk to, dude, I can almost tell you right now, I'll probably put 2 or 3 probably on the contract. Because when you get so good, man, you're on the phone and you're just smooth. Okay? Man, 38 of you on here, man. I appreciate, once again, man, from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. You know, I wouldn't be able to sit here and do what I love. And this is what I love. I love teaching. I truly do, man. And I remember 20 years ago, when I was living in a shed behind a mobile home park, I was lost. I was confused. I was stressing out. I was financially broke. And just like some of you, I prayed to God and I'll be like, dude, if I ever make it to the top, there's no gatekeeping. I'll help everybody get to the top. But they need to have the work ethic and the drive and the ambitions like I do. Because nothing works if you don't. Dreams don't work unless you do. I can give you all the knowledge, all the information. I can hype you up. I can motivate you. But if you don't want to help yourself, then there's nothing I can do. That's why I say knowledge is not power. Knowledge without execution, you right? It's not power. Knowledge with execution, my friend, is power. So I just want to say that I'm grateful for each and every single one of you, because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be sitting here and be able to do this. And this is what I love to do. It's my passion. It's being able to help each and every single one of you escape the J-O, the B, because I know how miserable it is. I know how it is to go on a vacation and come back for a Monday and dragging my feet into the J-O, the B that I hate, working with people that I don't like, barely getting by $30,000 a year when you can just make $30,000 a month. And what separates you from going $30,000 a year to $30,000 a month, my friend, is one thing: knowledge. Because you don't have the information. Because if you know how to make $30,000 a month, why would you work for someone for the whole entire year just to make 30K? Agree? Because if you know how to make $50,000 a month, why would you work for someone and make $50,000 a year? Just because you don't know. And so I tell people all the time, it's not how hard you work. Because a lot of you be like, work harder, work harder. I need 2 jobs. I need 3 jobs. I need more hustle. You don't need more. You don't need more side hustle. You don't need more job. You need knowledge, the execution on that knowledge. So it's not how hard you work, my friend, but it's what you do for work that will make you rich. Why am I in Vietnam and I didn't do anything? My team did everything, and we're about to close on a wholesale deal that I'm going to make $30,000 on. I did not work hard. Make sense? Dude, 20 years ago, I was working 2 jobs. I was working way harder than I am today. But why am I making more money today? It's because the things that I do is different. Warren Buffett, all he does is he just sit there. He is an investor because he has the knowledge that we don't know. He makes more than the CEO of the company. He doesn't even work. The guy just invests. The guy spent 8 hours just reading articles. Right? So it's not how hard you work, but it's what you do for work. I tell people, you spend 8 hours flipping a burger just to make $25,000 a year, or you can spend 8 hours flipping a contract and make $25,000 a month. So if you think working harder is going to make you rich, that's not the case. Okay, what other questions? Kev said, how can I assure myself I'm close to the ARV? So Kev, typically when it comes to running comps, figuring out the ARV, bro, same thing, dude. It's having good software that can actually give you good data. You know, for me, it's like, Zillow, Redfin, all of those they're not as accurate. So the software that we use, bro, to run comps, right? To find deals, to find motivated seller, to find a cash buyer, to get a distressed property list, dude, it's truly a one-stop shop. And that, my friend, is kingdata.ai. Now, I've used, you name the software, I've already tried it. I've been in the game for 12 years. I'm just like you. I go through the whole trial and error, test, trying to find the best software. And I can tell you right now, that's the software we're currently using right now. So there's 2 different type of plan, the basic plan, the pro plan, depending on which one, based on your budget. But that's what we use. And the software, dude, there's so much more. So imagine, Kev, if you have a property and a contract, and what if you can just post your deal? You know how you go to Facebook Marketplace? But Facebook Marketplace can be other wholesaler. Dude, what if you can post your deal on that software to over 250,000 cash buyer. That's the power, man, with AI, with technology. So we take our wholesale deal, we just post it there, we just wait for a buyer to call, man. Dude, it's truly a powerful software. So check it out. What other questions you got? And Kev, it's a month-to-month, man. You can cancel anytime you want. Oh, Kev, I wish my VA is still on, because I would have brought it on and show you the software. Let me tell, dude, there's so many things, but let me tell you one more thing that is so powerful about the software. So Kev, imagine if you can go into that software, see everybody's deals that they currently have under contract, reach out to them. You click on the deal, it'll show them the contact info to that wholesaler. You can reach out to them. You can JV the deal, because some of your buyer don't have access to the software. I would say majority of your buyer don't have access to the software. You can now tell them, hey, what if we JV the deal with you? You take the deal, you send it out to your buyer, and if they make $20,000 on that deal, it's a 50-50 split. You make $10,000 just by having access to the software. And there's so many more things to the software that they're currently uploading and improving and things like that, man. But it is crazy. Kev, she's not available, man. She works Pacific Standard Time, so typically 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're already off, dude. Any other questions, just drop in the chat. What do you do when there are tenants living in the property and you put it under contract? Sebastian, great question. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the property is vacant or there's renter in there. You just need to tell the buyer that. And the buyer, some buyer is not okay. Some buyer will be okay. Some buyer will be like, hey, I would only close on it, but the property needs to be vacant at the time of closing. That's fine. Or some buyer, I would say most buyer don't care. Most buyer will be like, hey, as long as the deal makes sense, they'll take over with the renter. Sebastian, your key is you just need to disclose that with the buyer. You need to tell the buyer, hey, you guys need to close with the renter in the property. That's it. We do it all the time, Sebastian, all the time. I have 32 units in Dallas, Texas. There are 3 owners involved, and they're active real estate investor and want to have enough liquid between the 3 of them to be able to do their own deals. So what's your question? Typically there's 3 investors, 32 deals in it. If you work with an investor, typically majority of time, I would say majority of time is probably not a deal, because they probably know what they need to do already on their own. But sometimes there are investors who are in a distressed situation. Maybe partnerships goes wrong and they need to unload quickly. Okay? So I don't know what their question is. Kev said, I want to take the risk and sign up King Kong. Yeah, man, dude. Kev, no risk, no reward. And once again, dude, if you try it out, you'll be like, hey, you don't like it, you cancel it next month, man. But if you don't try, how would you know, right? So, dude, congrats, dude. Good. Most people are like, yeah, I'm not going to risk 149. Okay. So you don't want to spend the 149, but then you're missing out on possibly could make 10, 20,000 a month. That's fine. And I know, I understand when you're really tight, that $149 might seem like a lot. I understand that. But dude, once again, dude, whatever's your priority. If you need it, you need the software to close deal, you're gonna find the money. Right? I mean, a hustler will try to find the money somehow. How do you calculate your offer for Zillow, for Frisbo? So typically, Smith, I don't like to deal with like on-market deal. Now, I'm not saying there's no deal on market. I'm just saying the time that you spent to get a deal on market versus the time that you spent to get off market deal, the chance of you getting an on market deal is less likely to happen versus off market. But let's just say if you target for Frisbo, I typically don't waste time, Smith. So which means I don't go in there and I don't try to do the research, and I don't like, if you know the market really well, then I typically offer them 30 to 40% off of their asking price. If I don't know the market, I would offer them 50%. So if they ask for 100,000, I would just start submitting offer, because now it becomes like a numbers game, right? And I don't want to spend 20 minutes doing my research, right? Maybe you're not familiar with the market. So I don't want to spend 20 minutes to make an offer to someone that's unmotivated, right? It's just a waste of time. So I would just start shooting my offer. And then if I get a response, be like, because any seller that respond to your lowball offer, they are somewhat interested. Then they'll be like, oh, no way, that's too low. You know, I would no way accept that. And I would be like, well, I understand my offer is too low. Well, what would you take? I made you the offer already. What would you take? And then they'll come back with you and be like, yeah, you know, I can't do 50. I'll do 90. So they just came down 10,000. I know they're motivated somewhat. So now I'm going to do my research. I'll be like, okay. And then after I do my research, I'll make them the highest offer that I can. Make sense? But I wouldn't waste time doing the research first, then make an offer. I would make an offer, then do the research afterward, because I'm shooting for numbers, which means I want to start making my offer to a lot of people, because it's a numbers game. Breeze Man said, how do you keep a double closer secret from the cash buyer? So Breeze Man, you mean like a double closing? Dude, when you do a double closing, the buyer does not know how much you make. So it doesn't need to be a secret. They're just buying it from you. So they don't know how much you make. Let me see what other questions. Dude, I'm so happy that so many of you are on during this time, man. It's I'm extremely grateful. Because then I felt like, you know, I'm adding value. Because if there's no value, I know that you guys won't listen to me. You're not just sit here looking at me because I'm not that handsome. I need a buyer for them, but you're right. It's probably not a deal since they are investors. So, dude, now listen, Given, you go out there, man. The thing is, dude, I would not waste my time if it's not under contract. So if they're not willing to sign a contract to give you the rights to market the deal, then I wouldn't be hustling trying to find them a buyer. Does that make sense? Because you don't want to waste your time trying to find the buyer, and you bring the buyer and they'll be like, dude, we don't have a contract. They can just talk to the buyer and kick you out of the deal. So you're just wasting time. Make sense? So typically a lot of people talk about the deal, but you don't have anything until you have a property under contract. Until you have a signed contract, my friend, you don't have anything. So focus on getting a signed contract. Sebastian said, Khang, does your marketing team call the phone numbers on the phone history of each person? Or do they only call the possible primary phone? They call every single phone number. So anything that pops up, they go call until they get a hold of, until that is the correct number to the owner. Make sense, Sebastian? So they'll call every number that is showing up in the skip tracing. Smith said, thank you for answering my previous questions. I guess my biggest fear at the moment is locking up a deal too high. Smith, I understand. I understand that it's not just your concern. I understand that is a lot of people concerned when they're new. And that was one of my concerns too when I was new, bro. And because of that, I lost on a deal that I could have made $50,000. And because of that, it took me too long to actually close my first deal. So the thing is, Smith, you need to understand, bro, is you do the best research you can, make the seller the best offer you can. And once they sign the contract, it gives you that much time, bro, to find a buyer for the deal. And the seller understand that that's going to be your inspection period time. That's the time where you do your research as a potential buyer, which means in our case is finding a buyer for the deal. So worst case is you just need to call them up and you'll be like, hey, unfortunately, the numbers that we got, it's not going to work. And then you just have to cancel it. Now, Smith, when you first cancel your first deal, it's going to be hard. You're going to be scared. It's like someone getting a no from asking a girl out for the first time. Just like when you make the first cold call, it's nerve-wracking, you're scared. But I can tell you right now, after you cancel a few times, dude, it becomes easy. It's like once you do it, dude, it becomes like you bit like for me, I'll call the seller up. I'll be like, yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to work. But here's what we can do. You can give me more time, so our company can do more research, or you can get them to come down lower price, get more time on it, or just cancel the contract. And the worst case, Smith, is losing the earnest money deposit. That's what most sellers expect is, hey, if it doesn't work out, you lose your earnest money deposit. And that, my friend Smith, can be as little as $10. Are you cool? Are you okay with losing $10? Are you cool with losing $100 to have the potential to make $20,000 to $25,000? I don't know about you, dude, but I don't care. So every single contract for us right now, Smith, our EMD, which is our earnest money deposit, is $250. So if I piss the seller off because I can't close, I just cancel the contract and lose my $250. And most sellers do, they're like, okay, cool. I got $250. They're happy, to be honest. I mean, they don't want it, but they'll be like, dude, they got something out of it. But most of the time, once again, you can get your earnest money deposit back as long as you make sure that the seller understands that you have X amount of time to inspect the property. But majority of the time, if we upset the seller and we took it on, we drag it out for too long, I'll just let the seller keeps it. No harm, no foul. And they're cool with it, man, to be honest. Once again, Smith, is it a verbal? I want to answer this question because this is my biggest concern when I first started. And most wholesaler investor, when they don't talk about this because they don't want to sound like the bad guy. Oh my God, you're going to cancel the contract. You need to close every deal. But to be honest, in reality, you're not going to close every deal you put on a contract. I don't care how long you've been in the game. Dude, I paid $30,000 to be a part of this mastermind. Some of these cats, dude, they do 30, 40, 50 deals a month. And they say, Khang, we don't close on every deal. There are deals where it falls apart. We have to cancel the contract. So anybody tells you, oh, we close every deal, dude, they probably don't do enough deals. They probably do 1 or 2 deals a year, man. Because if you do on volume, there will be mistakes. There'll be a deal where you get on a contract that's at a wrong price. Okay? But, dude, you just call the seller back. It can be verbal, but they need to sign a piece of paper. So it's just a quick addendum, man. And all this contract, dude, it's included in my course. But it's just an addendum saying, hey, seller and buyer agrees to, void and cancel the purchase and sale agreement on this day. Boom. That's it. Very simple, man. It's not like it's not like you have to call an attorney and go through this process, dude. It's very simple. And then you send it to the title company, they cancel it out, and everything is good to go, man. But they just need to cancel an addendum. Sebastian again said, if the end buyer or your JV partner ask for the agreement between you and the seller, do they show the agreement? Yes. So Sebastian, sometimes there are buyers that want to see the purchase and sale agreement because they want to make sure that this is your deal. It's not somebody's deal, or it's not like a fake deal, right? So they want to see it. Somebody will want to see it. And you can send it to them, but typically I'll block out all the seller information. I'll block out, the seller contact info. I'll block out the seller purchase price, right? Because I don't want them to see how much I make, especially if the signing fee is big. So I don't want them to see that I'm making $50,000 and they'll freak out and they try to negotiate with me. But the contract's in there. I'll leave the seller's name in there, right? But I'll block out the seller contact info and the price that we agree with the seller on. What other question you guys have? Comment in the chat. Once again, just a quick reminder for those of you, the options of, hey, if you want to work with me and my team, this is like a hands-on coaching mentorship. If you want to be a part of my Wholesale to Million community, then you can just go to coachwithkhang.com, book a call with my team. For those of you who will be like, hey, Khang, I'm good with a course. I can learn by myself. I'll do this myself, yada, yada, yada. It's cheaper. Then all you need to do is go to WTMFam.com. And then at checkout, you know, you can get the step-by-step course, you can get the whole entire playbook, or you can just get the King Kong script. At checkout, just make sure you use the promo code Black Friday. I'm extending it for you, 2024. And I only do this obviously once a year. It's for the 50% off. I mean, I lost my Instagram, so I know a lot of you have been DMing me, emailing me, and saying, Khang, hey, do you have the Black Friday deal? And a lot of you obviously don't see my video. Not everyone see my video, and you miss out on the opportunity. And I feel bad. I feel bad for, obviously, you know, I know some of you wait for the whole entire year just for that opportunity. I don't like to discount my stuff or sell my stuff throughout the year, just because I just felt like it's really pennies, you know. Saving $100 ain't going to change your life. Saving $200 ain't going to change your life. But I know some of you are, you know, you're really tight. You're like, dude, you know, so that's why I only do it once a year. Kev said I'm finding, Kev, it's here. It's WTMfam.com, bro. Just like that, dude. Maybe I'll put in the HTTP. I'll see if I put in the whole website, and you can just click the link. But you should be able to do it, man. What other questions? Gal said the biggest thing we need to know as a beginner when we lock a first contract. Biggest thing we need to know as beginner when we lock our first contract. Oh, the software. Oh, okay. No, for the software's easy, man. It's just King Data. It's not .com. It's .ai. That's why. That's why you couldn't find it, Kev. It's kingdata.ai. Sebastian said it's also in the description. Yeah, the link is also in the description. So the first thing, Gal, you need to know when you lock your first deal under contract, this is one of the mistakes that I see even experienced investor makes, is they lose communication with the seller. Dude, this can break or make your deal. This can destroy your wholesale deal. So listen carefully. You want to make sure to keep the seller up to date. So I typically will give the seller an update every other day. So if you can't find a buyer, you just let the buyer know, hey, Bob, just want to let you know we're processing the paperwork. It's in the title company. You know, we're working on your property right now, right? The next thing you want to do, hey, you know, 3 days later, 5 days later, you still can't find a buyer. Hey, Bob, I just want to let you know that the paperwork is going along really well. We're still, you know, whatever it is that you're doing at the time. Hey, we're trying to set up, you know, a time where my contractor can go out there and actually look at the property and check all the repairs. So the biggest thing is going silent, because a lot of you be like, oh man, I'm trying to find a buyer. I haven't found a buyer yet. And you haven't even told your seller what's going on. And they've been just like, oh my God, they haven't heard from you for 5 days, dude. They're going to freaking freak out. They're worried. They're like, dude, what's going on? And I see this happen all the time, even with experienced wholesaler. So keep that communication clear and keep them up to date on what's going on. Okay. And I promise you, continue to build the rapport. If you ever have to go back and renegotiate, it's easy. Okay. Have you done a deal with $10 EMD or $100 EMD? What has been a better turnout? Smith, I have students that don't even put the earnest money deposit. They just have to sell us on the contract and they hold on to the contract. And then they found the buyer and then they send the contract to the title company. So honestly, dude, it doesn't even matter. Most seller don't even know that you have to put down EMD. That's the crazy part. That's why I love dealing directly with seller. When you go with property that are listed with an agent, dude, they ask for 1%, right, of the purchase price. They ask you for proof of funds. There's a lot of loopholes. They only give you 10 to 15 days to inspect the property. So most of the on-market deal, dude, you must have buyers that you know the area really well, that you have buyers that's actively buying, that they can pull the trigger very quick, right? That you have connection with that buyer, that you can call the buyer up and, hey, I just got this property in a contract. Could you put X amount as an EMD down, yada, yada, yada. And that's why I love working with direct with seller, because I can control the deal more. So Smith, it doesn't matter if it's $10, $100, dude, it's the same. It's the same, bro. I have students that done it with no dollars, no EMT. All right. What other questions, fam? Man, I appreciate you guys so much, because I know how late it is over there. And I know some of you are on here. You're a hustler. You're trying to get that money. You're not sleeping. And I want you, dude, when you wake up, dude, put in the work. Hustle it up, baby. You only need one deal, my friend, to change your life. I would say the average wholesale fee across the U.S., I would say right around $20,000. That's probably on the average, especially the economy that we're picking up. You know, a lot of you asking me, hey, Khang, what is wholesaling looking like in 2025? Dude, I think the real estate, man, we have buyers already saying, hey, Khang, you have deals. We're going to buy. There's going to be a lot more people that's going to jump onto the market, man. Smith said, dude, I just lost my JO2B. Dude, it's a sign, bro. You just lost your JO2B, dude, and this is the time for you to go all into wholesaling, man. I don't know how much you make from your JO2B, but I'm telling you, one good wholesale deal, just like one of my students, Perry, closest deal recently, after 3 months, $83,000. That's like someone's whole entire year of work, man. When the promo code stopped working, Kun, I mean, I would give it 24 hours, man. I think 24 hours is a fair amount of time to give you to make up your mind, make up a decision. You know, and dude, all I know, bro, is successful people, they make up their mind very quick. Dude, if you hang out with me, if you tell me an idea, or if I get a piece of information, dude, you already know I'm already implementing it. It's always the one who procrastinates, who sits and think and contemplate and debate. Okay, so check this out, man. And this is true story. Okay, so there's this gal. She's very famous on social media, and she flipped small businesses, right? Very successful young lady. And someone asked her, you know, what's the best advice she've gotten? She said one of her billionaire friend said that she asked him, how did he become a billionaire? You know what he said? He said it was my action, my speed to action. He said that some of my friends were doing research on the business. He already pulled the trigger, made 3, 4, 5 mistakes, and found out what worked. And he's already taking off. While they were just doing research, he already made the mistake and found out what worked. Isn't that crazy? And you know what, now I know some of you might not like Mark Cuban, right? But Mark Cuban is a billionaire. There's something obviously there's something you can learn from the cat, right? You know what Mark Cuban said? Mark Cuban said he wouldn't invest. He wouldn't invest in a business that never made a mistake. He would rather invest in someone that have already made so many mistakes, but he knows what works. So yeah, man, it's the speed. Like for me too, I'm the type of guy that shoots and then aim. Like I heard it. If I think of something I want to do, dude, I already wake up and doing it already, and then made a bunch of mistakes, and then fixed the mistakes, and then found out what worked. But majority of the self-made millionaire people that I run into, majority of them is an action taker. There are some of them that aim and then shoot. Which means, you know, they think of something, they'll do their research, they'll do their thing, right? But majority of that I found is the one that, dude, they act, it's the speed to the moment. They get an idea and they act on it. They're so fast, dude. Like, also Napoleon Hill. I'm sure a lot of you listen to Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill said, dude, what keeps people from actually succeeding is the time they think of an idea to execution. Because a lot of times when you think about that thing too much, your brain will automatically talk you out of it. Whether it's investing into a mentorships, going to a mastermind, acting on a business ideas, whatever it is. Because the more you think about it, the more all of these fears comes up. What if it doesn't work? What if this goes wrong? What if I lose all my money? What if this? What if that? Right? Dude, and then you scare yourself out of executing on that ideas. It kills dreams. Happens all the time, my friend. My computer's almost out of battery. Just so you guys know, I got about 18% remaining. Okay. What is the best cold calling script to direct? Oh my gosh. Andrew, I'm going to present you with an opportunity that I only do once a year, Andrew. Dude, I've been perfecting my script for the past 12 years. I'll turn any one of you from a zero into a stone cold closer. I use this exact same script to train all of my VA up. They filter the leads. They lock the prop in a contract. They do it all completely over the phone. They're from the Philippines. So all you need to do is go to WTM fam. Let me show you. Okay. And you can just get the script if that's all you want. Go to WTMfam.com. All right. There's no discount right now, but I'll give you click on that 3 dot. Okay. And then it'll click on the online course and then just click on my amazing seller script. Dude, it's $4.95, but I'm going to give you 50% off. Use the promo code Blackout2024. Man, the best investment if you're having trouble, you might like, hey, Khang, how can I get better at talking, negotiating as a seller? I can tell you right now, dude, with that script, I can get you, dude, when you get on the phone with the seller, you'll be more confident because you know what to say. You know how to overcome all the objections, dude. I don't care if they would say, I want to think about it. I'll show you how to hook them in, pitch them, close them, everything. Okay, I'll share with you all my tips, my tricks on how I negotiate to get sellers to drop between $10,000 to over $100,000 on the asking price. It's all about knowing what to say, man, and how to control that phone. Jimmy said, what happened to your Instagram, bro? I actually already talked about this, Jimmy, but basically Instagram think that I am trying to host a Diddy party, man, because of what I post on my IG story. And that's what they banned me for. And I mean, listen, I now understand that there's things that I can and cannot say. I can't call people, hey, I can't say, hey, you either get rich or be alone. I can't say, hey, the reason you're broke because of this. So I know there's a lot of things that they censor that they don't allow me to say, which I felt like everything that I say is pretty normal. I've seen other people saying even worse stuff, but their account is just fine. And for me, as you guys know, that I am a type that believe in the tough love, right? I say it how I see it. I say it how I feel it. So the reason you don't make money because you're lazy, and they say when I say that is that I'm bullying people. I can't my content is all about, teaching you how to make money in real estate. My content is all about motivating people, inspiring people. And my whole thing is I just want to keep it real, man. I wish that social media just allow me to be me and just keeping it real with people, right? The reason you're broke because you're lazy, dude. You don't want to work. Majority of Americans, dude, they just want to sit at home and don't do anything and want to get rich. So I can't say that on Instagram. They call me out for that. They said I can't say people, hey, you're broke because you're lazy. You want to get rich, but you're lazy. Like most people want to get rich, but they don't want to do shit. Like I can't even say that either. But you will watch people go in there and they're shaking the ta and they show them the and it's A-okay. And there's more people who all go in there and cuss and all that thing, but they're fine. But my account got shut down. And and once again, I'll show you the screenshot again. I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong. Look, I said I got 2 hustlers who signed up for my one-on-one, and I'm going to go talk to them about the meeting, yada, yada, yada. And they said that I'm setting up some kind of arranging a sexual activity. So I violated the community guideline and I filed an appeal, and then they shut my account down. Some people report you. Yeah, I understand. I understand there are people who don't like me, who don't like me. And yes, I mean, there's nothing I can do. I mean, my only thing is I want to be me. Okay. I just want to be me, man. And if I have to be somebody else just to stay on social media, then I choose not to. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. And if what you need to hear is too harsh for you because you're a snowflake and you can't handle the truth, so you have to go report me, then shall be it. but I'm not going to change who I am just because I want to stay on social media. I don't care about being popular. I don't look at myself as like, famous. Like, people say, oh, Khang, you're so famous. Like, I really honestly don't look like that. I really don't look at it like that, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm extremely happy and grateful that, I built a following with over 4 million people across, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all of that. But I don't care if I get shut down, to be honest. Like, I'm working on trying to get my account back, but it doesn't make me less happy. I don't dwell on it. I don't beat myself up over it because, dude, I started from the bottom. I started from when nobody knows me. I made money when nobody knows me. I started my YouTube when I had 10 subscriber, and I thought I made it. I started when only 10 or 1 people had to hear what I had to say. So, like, some people get upset and get mad, but honestly, dude, I never hate the player. I just, like they say, don't hate the player, hate the game. You just need to learn how to play the game better. But it doesn't make me less happier, to be honest. Like, even if my social media just get all shut down, like, to be honest, like, I've never gotten to the point where I got carried away because of social media. I've seen you guys know what I mean, right? I've seen so many people who blew up on social media and they got carried away. Like, they think they're now somebody. I'm famous now. I'm still the same old cat. I still like to eat street food. When I meet you, I don't care where you're at in your level in life. I still shake your hand. I still give you that respect. I bow down. Like, when I meet you in the streets, I still try and provide value. I still trying to, put my time out. Like, every single time when I run into a fan, dude, I ask, hey, ask me, what do you want to know? You know what I'm saying? But I've never gotten carried away, my friend, because I know where I came from. I came from nothing. I came from a guy who, like, nobody cares. Like, I realized that with all this social media, nobody cares you. Like, people will never miss you or think of you once you're done. Like, they'll be like, oh, what happened to Khang? I can't find him anymore. Shh. So you're not that important. So I never thought that I was important. So I never thought about like trying to chase after being, the next biggest thing on social media. And that's the deep down truth. Once again, I'm extremely grateful for each and every single one of my followers. Don't get me wrong. Like, you guys are not, like, every single one who follows, you guys are not a numbers. You guys are actually, to me, you're someone, you're a person. That's why when I talk with passion. And some of you think that I'm screaming and yelling, but no, I want my message to come across where it wakes you up and it gets you going in the right path, chasing your goals, your dreams, getting you to the right destinations, giving you that freedom that I felt like, man, dude, if you can wake up and feel what I feel, where there's no alarm clock, where you get to do whatever you want, whenever, wherever, and with whoever the F you want, my friend. And some of you, that could be 10,000 a month. Some of you want to get to my level, where you make 100,000 a month. Dude, I'm telling you, man. And the people who actually make the money and you're not happy, then I'm sorry. You mess up in life. People tell me all the time, hey, Khang, do you still enjoy the Rari? Because some people lose that and be like, oh, man, I don't know why, after owning a supercar, I'm not happy. Like, bro, dude, I've owned the car for almost 3 years. I can tell you right now, dude, I miss driving it every single day. Every single morning when I walk in and I drive it, dude, I felt like it was the first day I pick it up. Dude, I felt like a kid at the candy store till today. Because I know where I came from, man. I came from a mud hut. I used to live in a shed behind mobile home park. I used to drive around a 1997 Honda Accord when everyone called me a loser and everyone looked down at me. I was like, dude, well, what else do I want? Like, what else do I want? So for me now, dude, anything that I have, I'm blessed and I'm grateful for what God have gave me. So anything I make on top is just cherry on top. Like, if I'm not happy now, dude, even if I'm a billionaire, I'll still be miserable, but I'm already happy. So everything else, dude, is just, I'm just grateful for. I'm just blessed. And when you're in that, I think when you're in that zone, dude, nothing can tear you down, but baby. That's why when people say bad things to me, like, it doesn't affect me, because I don't like, dude, I'm happy with where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, man, I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. I truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I wish nothing but the best to every single one of you. And I want to see each and every single one of you win and win big. And we're going to crush 2025 together. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here, that we're able to spend this time together, where I can share with you kind of like, you know, other side of me, where a lot of time the 30 second, the 1 minute doesn't explain enough. You know, when I tell people I made a video where I tell people how you know, I spent $14K to go to fly business class to Vietnam, and saying to people who sit in economy wearing designer clothes, and they said I'm mocking those people. I look down at those people. I don't. You know, sometimes when you put out a piece of content, people misjudge you, and I'm fine with that. Like I'm fine. I respect every single one's opinion. But I want to take this moment, and I want you guys to understand that video, I'm not mocking the people who sit in the economy, who wear designer clothes. The reason I point that out is because I want you guys to understand that the goal is to get rich, not look rich. You know, the goal is, you know, like Lon and I have sit in the economy. I know how miserable it is. And Lon and I, our goal was to, hey, how can we get to the front of the plane? You know, so my message is to get rich first. To not look rich and have to sit back there. And dude, I remember that 12 hours, dude, felt like it was 2 days on the plane. My body ache, my back hurts. It was miserable. So my thing is like, dude, get rich first, and you can have both. You can fly first class, and you can wear designer clothes if you choose to. You know, that was my main message. My main message is to tell you guys, don't get caught up in the Joneses. Don't get caught up on looking rich, but have to suffer. Make sense? Once again, appreciate each and every single one of you that understands me and been following me for a long time and vibe with me. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, take care. And let's go get this money. I'm out.